know a little bit about OBS, but not a lot.
There we go. Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to our first podcast. This is my buddy Jake. We used to do a podcast together back in the day. So we're going to do the podcast together. In this podcast, we'll be talking about basically the two videos I had go live. Let me bring up the chat here so we can answer questions and stuff too. Which I should be able to do by just going to my stream and then muting it. This is like literally the second stream I've ever done, so we can see how it's popping up there. Yo, yo, yo.
I see it. Yo.
All right. This is literally the second stream that I've ever done, so it's going to be a little bit rocky, but anyways, what do you think of those two videos that I did?
Wild. I don't know what's worse. I mean, obviously I know what is worse, but that AI video was crazy, and they'll get me started on the child stuff.
The child, yeah, it's pretty bad.
I think what scares me the most is, like, you know, if AI is actually editing these not editing, but like reviewing these videos, and they're supposed to be like, you know, taking out videos that are supposed to be against the regulations and TOS and all that. How is it missing these videos?
Well, to me, the AI missing the cute cat videos makes a little bit of sense. But for it to miss the straight up child abuse makes no sense to me. And yeah, we'll get into what actually happened because YouTube did take down 2 of the videos.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, and so it's been mass reported, like, across both of my videos, that they've been mass reported. But YouTube removed 2 videos.
Okay, so 2 out of the probably, what, hundreds, if not thousands?
Well, there's thousands of those videos. But
No.
So YouTube removed 2, gave them 2 strikes. That's what they told me anyways.
Well, don't do that.
So how do you review 2 of the videos, give 2 strikes, and then and then not remove the whole channel?
You know, the only thing I could think of, and you told me that this doesn't matter, but I was thinking that since it's overseas, that it wouldn't, because since it's in the Philippines, right? Is that where they're...
Yep. Yeah, well, no, Vietnam.
Vietnam. So what if, and I said YouTube might be different overseas, but you said it doesn't matter, it's global. But maybe they don't have as tough regulations on that country for what?
Yeah, but why would YouTube not? YouTube's an American-based company, so they just have TOS. Like, all that shit's breaking TOS.
Yeah, no, I know. But that's the only thing I could think of, that they're more relaxed for whatever reason in that country. But
and what's crazy is when my other video went live, my second one, within the hour that it was about to be trending. Like, that video was straight up. Like,
no, it popped off. That
and then they immediately manually blocked it, well, restricted it, and they were turning on and off the comments. So they would turn off the comments, I would go in 1 minute later and turn back on the comments, and then they would turn off the comments. Oh, and it was just a back and forth war between me and
YouTube was doing that?
Manually
doing that?
So what makes no sense to me is, like, if they were manually turning off the comments, and they definitely watched my video.
Someone had to have.
To restrict my video, and they didn't give a shit about the other channels, though.
No,
hopefully we're far enough in where I'm not swearing doesn't matter.
What is it based on, like, sub count? How many subs do these channels have?
It can't be, because, well, what do you mean? Do you think that they would take down the smaller creator? Because I'm the smaller creator.
Yeah, because the bigger creators have more subs, so they make more revenue for the YouTube company.
But they can't make that much more revenue. They're in Vietnam.
Oh.
I'm definitely making more revenue in America with, like, a mostly US-based audience.
I don't know. I guess I just don't know much about how YouTube does their algorithms and all their stuff in the background. But I can definitely tell you it does not make any sense how
it's
yours got striked and all, you know, taken down, but yet there's thousands of videos of that stuff roaming around the internet, and it's like no problem.
Yeah. Corrupt doesn't cut it. Yeah. I don't even know what the title of this is. Wait, I want to change the title, actually. I had a title for this.
Yeah, corrupt doesn't even begin to scratch the surface.
I had a thumbnail, too. I want to put it up. You can keep talking. I'm just going to adjust this stuff in the background.
Yeah. You know, the only thing I could think of, too, is, you know, money makes the world go round, right? So somehow, somewhere, they're probably getting more money from those videos versus smaller creators. I don't know. Again, This whole YouTube world is new to me, so I'm
Well,
not entirely sure.
I was talking to my brother about it. He made a really good point. He's like, how could they be making more money? Like, how could YouTube care about those channels? There's no way that they're making more money for them than like a large creator. Like, they have so many huge creators on this platform that are definitely making them money.
Well, is it kind of like, okay, now hear me out. Is it kind of like, in America we have corporations, like I would use Apple for an example. They have factories overseas where they make the phones and they pay their workers, pennies to the dime, basically, like no money at all, but they're selling the phones for like thousands of dollars. What if YouTube isn't required to pay out the owners of those website or those videos, the content creators? What if they're not required to pay them out as much as they pay Americans, but yet they still get all the revenue as Americans watching it? You know what I'm saying?
That could be.
Does that make sense? Am I making sense with that? I don't know if that made sense or not.
Yeah, that did make sense.
Okay, because that's what I'm thinking, maybe.
And like I speculated when I was making those videos, it's like they're definitely saying that they're in United States and United Kingdom because they're hoping to garner a United States and United Kingdom audience because it's the highest paying.
It is, yep.
So
I'm wondering if, since they're located in that country, but yet they're getting views from other countries, that maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
Yeah. Hey guys, don't be afraid to pop something in the chat. Ask us some questions because we will answer. Because I might not think of everything that you guys are wanting to know about the situation. So
yeah, right now we're just free balling it. We're just spitting out.
But so here's what I was gonna say. Oh, so I created a Twitter account, an X account.
Yeah.
I don't have one. I didn't want to have one, but I created one just to contact them because everybody says Team YouTube is the fastest acting on there.
Okay.
And I went a little bit crazy, I guess. I mean, you could almost say that I harassed them if you wanted to, but like I was like tweeting at them like every 10 minutes, like with the watch emoji. I was like, still waiting for some action, still waiting for some action.
Really?
And then they finally responded and they're like, hey, listen, here's what we did. And then they were like, here's what we did, but your video is going to remain age restricted, which is fine because they took some action, but like they definitely didn't take enough action.
It's just what's crazy. And again, what's crazy is like these just aren't your typical videos. These are like legit disturbing videos that they're just like pawning off like it's nothing, but it's really not. Like, it's important to address this, but they're like acting like it's like nothing.
What? Yeah, because it's so small. Well, I'm so small as a creator.
Yeah, but
like if like Charlie or something talked, if Charlie talked about it from Moist Critical or Penguin Zero, wherever you watch
bigger
him,
YouTube, yeah.
like they would immediately take action.
It's
they would.
It's like he's the face of, well, not the face, but like big names. They have a bigger pull and all that stuff. Yeah.
And like somebody in the chat saying like they can't believe the channel gets to stay up. They'll still get to stay up because all that happened is YouTube took 2 videos down and gave them 2 strikes. So one more strike and their channel would be terminated. So all they had to do was remove the videos, wait 90 days for the strikes to go away, and then re-upload everything.
Re-upload, maybe put a different title on it or something.
So it actually won't change anything.
Yeah, if anything, it's just, I mean, yeah, it's not doing nothing, honestly. It's not doing anything at all.
Yeah. And like, when I originally started planning the first video, I was like, okay, here's this crazy AI created content that's fucking, it's somewhat of an issue. But then as I was going down that rabbit hole and finding more and more of those channels, that's when I found the Orphan Baby channel, and I was like, well, this is so much worse than the AI shit. And like, I stopped caring about, like, I still care a little bit about that AI stuff, but I was like, I stopped caring as much about.
But then you have something like actual with real humans involved, like babies for that matter.
Also, AI is we're not going to stop AI. Like, we could stop some of those channels, but AI is on a trajectory to never be.
No, I remember when I first saw my first AI video, and you guys might remember this. This is the one of Will Smith eating spaghetti. That was probably my first introduction to like mainstream AI. Like 5 years ago it was.
I think I have seen that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure AI has been around a little bit longer than that, but that was my first experience with it. And now looking back at that, I've seen a video, was it a few months ago, that I was comparing new AI like programs, whatever you want to call it, compared to that 5 years ago, and they ran the Will Smith eating spaghetti, and then they did the same thing with the new one, and it looks like he's in a restaurant eating spaghetti. The fact, like, how fast AI has done in the last 5 years, I can't imagine what it's going to be like in another 5 years.
Yeah. Also, it's getting embraced by like every company in existence, including the one that we're on right now.
I'm pretty sure there is colleges are starting to have classes now for AI programming or AI tools, because now corporations are starting to use AI for marketing, running their businesses, running the backgrounds, stuff like that. It's kind of scary.
Yeah. Well, you can't. We're not gonna be able to escape that.
No, it's yeah, it's gonna get worse. I think there's gonna be some people that's gonna use AI and abuse it, and it's gonna get messy.
They're already doing that.
It's gonna get worse though.
And like the more real it gets, the harder it'll be to decipher. Like
it is.
I don't know. Black Mirror's definitely made a couple episodes on that.
Like even like I'm pretty good at looking at AI stuff because some is ridiculous, but like some of the stuff you see on Facebook where it's like a picture, you have to look at like the hair, the fingers. You have to look at like more details to determine if it's actually AI or not.
And every I had so many comments on my videos that I'm AI because I talk like this when I'm narrating my videos. So yeah. People already have a hard time.
This is how you're normally talking anyway. You're not trying to talk like.
There's a few more inflections in my voice, but usually I just sound like this. Yeah.
Yeah. And Blue is right. It's only going to get worse.
And harder to detect. Yeah, exactly. Of course.
It is. It's never. Pretty soon there's going to be an AI tool to detect AI. That's where we're going to get down. That's where it's going to happen. There's going to be AI tools developed specifically to determine if it's AI or not.
How long before somebody just turns what that Orphan Baby channel is? How long until that's just AI? So then we don't have to use real kids anymore, so it technically doesn't qualify.
But who would still want to watch that though?
Who wants to watch it currently?
I don't know.
And
what are all the videos currently of those orphan kids? What are the comments on it currently?
Well, okay, so that channel, like I said, most of their videos have been removed, but most of the comments were people complaining about it, saying that they're reporting it. Which means before I found it, before I covered it, before any other YouTuber talked about it,
other people did.
People were already on the comments saying I'm reporting this channel.
Okay, so
they had already been getting reports for how long?
Yeah.
Okay. There were a few comments though that were just like haha or like adorable kids, which to me felt like bots, but
had to be bots. Who would say adorable kids to them getting put in a bag? It's just weird.
But yeah, first of all, I don't care how desperate you are for money. How can you? If there's anybody from Vietnam in my chat, which I don't think there is right now with 7 people, but is that like a common thing? Like I can't imagine, no matter how hard times I'm falling on, you'll be using my child in that way. Which I could say the same for American creators that vlog their children and everything they do.
Like exploiting them, and well, like they may not be abusing them, but they're putting them up on social media and like exploiting them for money, basically,
Yeah, and I couldn't imagine I don't even want to record my child and put it, like, if you haven't noticed, like, you're friends with me, like in real life.
Mm-hmm.
I almost put no pictures of.
No, it's because people could like take those videos or pictures and do whatever they want with them. It's just it's a sick world we live in. Is what it really is.
Yeah. Right. I hope the stream looks okay. I was getting a notification from YouTube that it wasn't looking okay, but I feel like it probably looks fine.
I mean, it looks fine to me, I guess.
But yeah, I had a lot of comments on the cute cat video with people that would just be like, this is actually hilarious. And then I'd be like, I don't know if you got to it. I would timestamp like 12 minutes and then they would come back and I'd be like, oh, that's just child abuse. This is not hilarious anymore.
Yeah, like it was funny, yeah, up to a certain point, and then like towards the end of the video it took a little dark turn, and then it was like, oh, okay, so it's not all just ridiculous AI cat videos, it's actual people.
Yeah. And I don't know. I went through so much mental anguish making those videos. I can't make another video like that, and in the anytime short, like near. I got to go back to some fun stuff.
Yeah. Hi, Nico. How's it going? Hope I said your name right.
I'm Nico Bellic.
Nico Bellic.
Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, there's like even a reason that like games like, speaking of Grand Theft Auto, won't even put kids in the video game. Because like there's like an absurdity to like people don't want to see kids in situations like that. Just like it's pretty common knowledge, and then YouTube's like, we know about it now, but fuck it.
All right, you're gonna be the next person YouTube's gonna take down.
But they already tried to take my shit down.
I know.
I almost got a strike for uploading that video.
So like, how much is it really as like freedom of speech? Is it really?
Well, it's not. This is a private platform, so I don't actually think that qualifies.
It's not public. Okay, so
I don't think it qualifies. I don't know. Is YouTube publicly traded? Because that would be the only reason I could consider that.
I mean, Google owns YouTube, right?
Yeah, and Alphabet owns them. I guess I don't know that high up on the chain.
Oh.
Who owns what?
Write an angry letter to the CEO.
I think they were mad that I put that I targeted them directly in the title.
Your title. I was trying to tell you those titles. You can't really say something like that.
Yeah, and yeah. They do think we're the bad person for exposing. And the same thing happened with Elsagate, because when the first creators came out, I don't know, you watched my video, so you got a little refresh.
A little bit, yeah.
You remember when it was happening or no? Not really.
I didn't know much about the Elsagate.
Not as on terminally online as the rest of us.
Yeah.
But yeah, when that was happening, they took down some of the initial creators that talked about it. They struck their videos, took them off the platform, did everything they could to save face, because they were making money off this kids content. Kids content's some of the highest paying. And then finally advertisers pulled, and that's just what happened. That's when they finally cared. When advertisers pulled, because they just cared about money.
Because money talks.
And that was at a different time. That was when Susan was still alive, the old CEO, and I felt like then it was actually YouTube was in a better space. Like when she was the CEO, it seemed like they had like some care about their platform. Now it just feels like they just have zero care whatsoever. And yeah, and it's not just Orphan Baby either. I see the chat here about Orphan Baby. It's like, it's not just Orphan Baby. There was, in my video alone, I mentioned how many, like 6, 7.
There was a couple of them.
There was like 12 that I found when I was researching, 12 or 13. That there are more. There are so many.
I just feel like you're scratched the surface. Like, there's more than just that.
And it's like, they're definitely getting reports, because if you go to the comments on any of those videos, it's like, I've reported this, I've reported this, I've reported this. But it's at what point does YouTube care about those reports? Every video I watched to make my video, I reported it.
I don't think they're going to care until it starts hurting their money profitably. Then they'll care. But
again, like my brother said, it can't make them that much money. Like, how much money do we think these channels are making them? It can't be that much, because they have a one video pop off that gets like 600, 700,000. Some of them have over 1 million views. But the average for their videos is like 10, 15,000 views.
It's got to be what I said earlier, the money. It's got to be something with how they don't have to pay them either. They're probably making like 100% revenue on those videos. Like, so for you in America, obviously, when you make videos, you're rewarded based on how many views and subscribers you get, right?
Views.
Okay,
yeah.
Just views. Okay. There, what if they don't have to do that because they're not in America? They have different laws. What if they're like, oh, well, technically you're not on U.S. soil, so we don't have to pay you, but we're gonna take all the people that's watching, all the views you're getting, we're just keeping all that money.
Well, then explain
why
to me why they would even make the video in the first place.
I just thought of that. Why are they still making them then if they're not getting paid?
There's no sane parent, like, because like I said, a lot of those videos mixed in between is just like regular everyday life type of stuff. Unless
we pay them, like, let's say, I'm just throwing numbers out. I don't know the exact numbers for YouTube pay it. 1,000 views instead of getting like, okay, I don't know, so don't shoot me. But instead of getting like $10 per 1,000 views, they get like $5 American US dollars, which equivalents to be like a lot of money to them.
It is more over there.
So what if the conversion is different? Maybe that's how they're making the most money.
The conversion is crazy, so I definitely understand why those people would do it, because USD to Vietnam, you get a lot more. But they're probably getting about $3 for every 1,000 views. So 10,000 views is pretty good for them if they're actually making that money.
And it's also good for YouTube because they're not paying out as much.
Yeah. Also, Alec, yes, I have heard about the honey scam, and
I have not heard about that.
I never used honey to begin with, so like, I mean, didn't really bother me much. I mean, it bothers me. I don't want honey to be scamming creators, but I never used honey because it's always been the most inconvenient way for me to find codes. I don't know why. So you know what honey is, right? Like the browser extension that you.
Oh, I don't know much about browser extensions.
It pulls codes. Well, basically, they were scamming creators. So if a creator had an affiliate link, if you click the affiliate link, then use honey, then it would switch the code so that the creator no longer gets the money. And
Oh, really?
Honey would take the money instead. And then sometimes they'll check for codes that don't even. Like, they'll check for codes, they won't even find ones that are available. You can go find on your own. They'll actually have, like, deals with the brand to have their own codes separate.
And that's legit? Like, they...
Yeah, they got exposed for it recently in
did
like,
they
a
get,
pretty
like,
popular video.
Did they get shut down? Or they...
No. I don't
Is
know
it-
how illegal it is.
I was
going
gonna
to
say, how is it a US based company? Is it overseas? We don't have regulations over them.
Honey? No, Honey's American, I think.
Is it American?
I have very little knowledge on it, honestly, but I just know they were scamming basically the creators that were, and like a lot of these creators were sponsored by Honey. Then they'd be like, "Go use Honey," and then they would rip their own affiliate link.
Didn't they? I feel like I've seen commercials from. Was there Honey commercials on TV back in the day?
Probably, more than likely.
Owned by PayPal.
Owned by PayPal. Yeah.
That's even worse.
Yeah.
Owned by PayPal.
Well, what I mean, how many companies own? It's like everybody's like, "Oh, monopolies are a big deal," and then there's like 4 companies that own fucking everything.
Yeah, it's if like this company might have bought out this company, but this company's owned by this company, but that one's owned by this one. So in reality, this one controls all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
which is again like when you run into these things on YouTube. I have a friend that I was talking to about YouTube stuff. He does YouTube too, so and he was like, the reason YouTube seems like they don't care is mostly because they like when you do reports and stuff, the human that reviews it is usually like an underpaid third world country employee. And it's like they hardly look at it and then they just go whatever. And like while it was really weird with my video because I was literally fighting like actively with the person who was turning off my comments and shit. Like how many times do those videos get through the grapevine because somebody reports it and then somebody goes and looks at it and they don't get paid enough and they just go, hey, whatever. Like how big of a deal do you have to make it before it actually moves up the ladder a little bit from that?
they're probably looking at like obviously you have a lot of big YouTube creators, right? So like obviously all these reviewers are like, okay, look, these top 100 YouTube whatever, these are really popular YouTube channels. Just let them do their thing. Don't turn off comments. But then they see a video like you that never went viral before, never blew up like that. All of a sudden, they're like heavy monetizing your video because they don't really know you as well.
And like I said from the start, I don't care
That's
about
probably what it is.
I didn't care about my video being monetized. I genuinely just couldn't understand why those channels should exist, and then why they were restricting my second video. Weird enough, my cute cat AI video, perfectly fine still. It's not monetized, but it's perfectly fine. And also, it's not monetized and people still get ads. So I'm just like, so YouTube states that my video can't have ads, and these people are still seeing ads. Like, the viewers shouldn't have to see an ad if I'm not going to get a cut of that ad. So like, YouTube is also just scamming their creators.
So YouTube is throwing up ads on that video, but not telling you they are.
Yeah, because they're telling me that they can't show ads, so I can't make money. When in reality, they're still making 100% ad money.
Well, could you prove that? I mean, like you could just.
I have the stats.
Yeah,
and I have people in my comments saying, I guess I technically can't show it. The YouTuber Goosebumps. Yes, unfortunately, Goosebumps still releases a video pretty much every other day, completely crafted by AI, including the scripts, the descriptions, the titles, everything. Literally everything. That whole channel, it is obviously created by a human, but the whole thing is just scripted to keep automation. So it's just somebody who scripted an AI to make a channel and then
with content, I guess.
That was a fun video to make. I don't know if you watched that one that I had, but that was a fun video to make. I honestly want to make another video about that because there's more stuff on their channel to cover. It's completely ridiculous.
Wow.
It's very fun to like read the descriptions. The first paragraph of the script is the entire description. It's not like a description about the video. It's just because the AI can't decipher like the description's supposed to be about the video, not literally the first section of the script.
That's wild.
Yeah. Oh, that was one of the most fun videos I've ever made, though. Yeah, I gotta go back to making a couple of videos like that because I can handle making depressing topics, but like I can't just do depressing topics or I'll lose my fucking mind. I won't be able to keep going.
Exactly.
It's really tough to make some of those videos. Like what I showed in both of my videos was like more of the tamer stuff. Like I picked out the stuff I was like, okay, this isn't as crazy. And so when I see in the comments that people are like, holy, like I'm traumatized now, I'm like,
you should see.
You should watch all the stuff I just had to watch to make this video.
Yeah,
like,
I had to just pick out certain items. And yeah, Nikado was another weird.
Okay, he's not that weird.
He did some experiment. He did a social experiment, and it blew up.
That guy is a fucking troll. He always has been. Not only does he troll his audience, but he trolls other creators. Like every time he collabs with a creator, it's a troll.
Yeah, there's a big marketing scheme. Not marketing scheme, but he knows what he's doing.
He's intelligent with content.
He is.
Yeah.
He knows his way around social media and content and how stuff fluctuates and everything.
Absolutely, yeah.
He manipulates that hardcore.
Yeah, I don't know. I loved his 2 steps ahead video.
Yeah, did you see his latest thing? He's getting a sex change.
Oh, really?
Yeah, have you seen that?
I'm sure that's true.
I don't know. I mean, I'm knowing him. This is recorded last year, so he's probably already a girl, and he's probably living somewhere else.
That guy, yeah, he's one of the craziest. I mean, I don't really watch his content, but I always follow all the drama he's in, just because it's so. First of all, it's terminally online.
Yeah,
but it's he's a genius about it.
There was one. Yeah, the last thing I seen, he was in a doctor's office and he had like a gown on, talking about some kind of like sex change or something. I don't know if he went through with it or not, but.
Mm-hmm.
He's another one of those YouTube creators.
Yeah, when you dig onto the parts of, I don't know, he doesn't seem as weird to me, like when you've been to the weird part of the internet like I have been. And sometimes I find stuff and I'm like, you know what I'm getting sick of, and I want to make a video on it, I think, if there's enough demand for it. But I'm getting sick of ARGs, bro.
ARGs?
So it gets confusing. So people confuse ARG with analog horror. I'm getting sick of ARGs. So like the games, like the interactive real world video type social media experiments. Because it's just like, I'll find something creepy and I'm like, oh, this is going to be a cool horror video or a cool analog horror video or just somebody that's fucking weird. And then it just ends up being a company trying to make a game.
Oh, it's a company. Oh,
well, not always. I mean, a lot of them are individually made, but it's just like,
yeah, that's like I wasted like 10 minutes of my life watch this video. If it's not like a one person doing it, it's like a company.
Yeah, and I'll include it in some of my videos sometimes, but only if it's like well made enough, I suppose. But yeah, that's one of my biggest pet peeves on the internet right now. Just because it became popular, so it just blew up in the amount of people who want to make them. So really crazy. But yeah. Have you been enjoying all the videos, or you watched some of my videos? Or
I've been watching. There's, I think, the first few that you've seen. I got to go back and watch them. But I've been watching the last ones you've done in the last month. I would say a month or so. They're really good.
You and everybody else, man.
Well, I mean, I watch it when as soon as I got a notification that you put up the new video, I watched it. I was probably one of the first couple hundred, I think, viewers that watched it.
Yeah, that video I did not expect to do that many numbers. I mean, I thought it was gonna be popular, but
yeah, no, I'm not talking about the cat AI one. I'm talking about the other one.
Oh,
the one that. Like your most recent one.
My most recent
video.
The one that nobody's
seen with,
because it's been
restricted. Yeah. I was one of the first couple hundred that watched that one.
I'm guessing if anybody's tuning into this live stream, they've probably seen it. But
yeah, I watched the cat AI video and I'm not gonna lie, I was happy for you, but I was shocked because when I seen it, I think it was around like 5,000 at the time, right? Because you told me about it, and I was like, I seen it pop up, but I haven't had time to watch it yet. I'll watch it when I get home. I watched it. I was like, wow, this is crazy. I can't believe they allowed this on YouTube. I go to bed. I wake up the next morning. You text me saying like that video blew up. I was expecting like 30,000, 50,000.
Yeah.
I open it up and I go out back on YouTube. You're at like 150,000, like overnight.
Yeah.
That was just the first day.
That was 24 hours. Yeah. It was
yeah,
wild.
I was like, this is wild. Yeah, it was crazy.
It's going to be a long time before I have a video do that well again.
Yeah, I mean, if you time it right, you might get one.
Maybe, yeah. The amount of people I had comment on that video that it was an ARG, I was like, I want to be done with YouTube forever now.
You're gonna get comments like that and stuff.
Oh, I know, dude. I reply to so many comments because I like made it my thing to be like, I'm not just a YouTube channel. I'm gonna have like interactions with my fans.
Yeah, and then
I'm like, I can't keep up. At a certain point, I gotta just like pick and choose. Pick and choose. Yeah, pick and choose.
Yep.
I really love the hate comments though, legitimately. How many videos are on the Cute Cat AI channel? How many videos are on just the Cute Cat AI channel? I think that one has 35.
You said there's like different companies too, though. That
Well, I only speculated because I can't be sure 100%. Maybe with some more deeper research, but I don't know how much deeper you can really research that. But I think it's one company that's making most of the Cute Cat AI stuff. Okay. There was a couple there was one. All the ones in my video I think are connected.
Okay.
But there was one that was like Super Something Cat and Super Funtime Cat. Those they were like similar content, but they seemed a little bit different. So I was like, I don't think that's actually the same company. Because the ones I show in my channel, if you go to their channels, they all feel like the same layout. They all feel like the same topics. So something told me like those are definitely the same channels. The worst channel you ever encountered? Probably not specifically Orphan Baby, but that ring of channels is pretty bad. The worst, what is it? Single Dad's Life, I think. I showed it in that video a couple times. Single Dad's Life, I think it's called. That's probably the worst, honestly. The worst channel. I don't think I could even find it if I go to YouTube. I don't think I'll find it, but my history's so fucked, bro.
Can you just search it, or is it down?
Yeah, you can search in history. Single Dad. Yeah, that's not that one. Single Dad Life. Yeah, it's just called Single Dad Life.
That's like his YouTube channel. His name is. I'm never gonna pronounce that name.
How do I hide the favorite part? It should be hidden. I want to bring it into the channel. Oh my gosh, how do I hide the freaking bar, bro?
Hit never. And then
there we go. Okay. All right. Now I can switch to this one. This channel right here. For whoever asked that.
Single Dad Life.
Single Dad Life. I should actually not have our view because
he has almost 53,000 subscribers.
Yeah, and there is. Oh, look at. I think 133 videos. I'm pretty sure this channel had like 300 something videos, so I'm pretty
did they
sure
take some down, or
they started taking some down. This channel, in the videos that I watch, which on this channel I didn't watch very many because this seemed like the worst out of all. The
older sister climbed on her younger brother's stomach and strangled her. What?
Yeah,
strangled her stupid brother. Is that what it's gonna say?
This one to me seemed like the actual worst. Like. Also, I watched this one. I don't know why it doesn't have the red bar, but like he has like 2-hour videos of shit. Like,
oh my god,
it's not good. Like, it's some of the worst out of the whole ring. I think this channel probably everyone should mass report this channel out of all of the channels. Like, definitely one of the worst channels that exists.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, so probably that one. That's the answer. Isn't he abusing the kids? In the video, you almost never see the technically the adults are at fault. So I would say yes, the adults are the ones doing the abuse.
I mean, they're old enough to know what's going on.
But what they're doing is like basically that's why in my other video, like we gave like kind of like the culture of Vietnam. Like my buddy Sleepless, he gave the rundown on the culture, and where he says like kids are raised to be pretty obedient, which does make them a successful adult later on in life.
So that's why they do whatever the parents say.
We can use that obedience to make you abuse this other person.
Yeah.
You know, and that happens in other households. Like, it doesn't happen. It's not like it just happens in other countries. It happens here in America.
Yeah, it's just more prominent in other countries.
It's just that, like, if that channel was here in America, we could report that to our authorities, and they would go at least have CPS check up.
Yeah,
on it.
yeah, but you can't do that over there.
You know, like I had some local people say, "Oh man, I had the box in the wrong spot. I'm not used to hot switching like that."
Oh, I see that now. There.
Oh my god.
No, it's things we'll learn as we go.
Yeah, like I said, this is my second live stream ever. So, Joey's World Tour, yes, I have. Yeah, crazy.
Morgan,
YouTube is, I don't know. Sometimes there's stuff on YouTube that's not concerning, but it's just like, that's freaking weird. That's kind of my favorite part of YouTube. That's why I have my channel the way it is. It's like, I can't wait to find weird, obscure stuff. I want to listen to people talk about crazy conspiracies. Like, I want to find, like in my YouTubers who are going insane, or what did I title that video? I changed the title twice, so I don't remember. That video was so much fun to make because I just love listening to people go crazy on religious conspiracies. Or
I'm a huge sucker for conspiracies. I love conspiracies, whether it's internet conspiracies or.
Also, conspiracies are becoming fun again. I saw this the other day. I saw a post, and I saw a post on Reddit, and it was like, the left wing are finally becoming conspiracy theorists. And then I saw somebody in the comments like to that thread, and they're like, it's never been left or right.
It's just people.
And then they're like, can we get back to like the good days of conspiracies? And I'm like,
yes, like
let's
it's
get
everybody.
Back to the good
It's
days
not
of conspiracies.
just. It doesn't matter what you are. Like, if it's a good, if someone can give me a conspiracy and they can like pitch it to me, I'll listen. Like, if it's a good one, I don't care what it is. Like, if you like, even like a flat Earth. Obviously, I know it's the Earth is.
It's flat, brother.
Obviously, I know the science and everything behind it. But if you can find someone that can really talk to me about flat Earth and like they're passionate about it, I'll sit and listen to them. I'd be like, yeah, okay, tell me your points.
Yeah, I was drunk at a party one time, and this guy just went hard about flat Earth, and I was like, let me hear every piece of evidence you have. And I was just sitting there listening to him, almost passed out. Best. Also, Alec, yes, I enjoy creepypastas. Depends on the creepypasta. Some of them are lame.
Is it okay if I have the cat in the video or no? He keeps jumping on me.
Yeah, it's okay. We got a cat over here. Yeah, I enjoy creepypastas. I did one video so far on creepypastas. I don't know, at that time when I was at about 1,500 subs, I think, when I made that video, I didn't know if my subscribers were going to be into it, so I made it so it wouldn't send it to them. Some of them still watched it, but
I wonder if they'll like watching it.
Well, now I don't know what my audience wants because
they want more cat AI videos.
Because it blew up on a video that is kind of the theme of my channel, but isn't directly aligned.
They want more cat videos.
They want more cat videos. Go watch the cat videos. Jesus. Sadly, worst channels. Yeah, we were just showing one probably before you popped in here, but the single dad life channel is quite possibly the worst channel out of all those channels. And like,
even the titles of the videos,
it's not like those videos are creepy or scary. They're just depressing and wrong. Like, if you're talking about like what's a scary channel, it's like Prophecy 5, which is something I mentioned in one of my videos, and I'm gonna do a deep dive once they release all their videos. I'm gonna do a full video on them. Like Prophecy 5, I'm pretty sure is just an analog horror. And
never heard of them.
And I think it's like supposed to be a story about him killing a girl, but I don't know for sure.
Oh.
Which actually we should tease our second podcast because we already recorded it. But I had the Crooked King himself on our show.
The Crooked King. Yes.
And if you haven't watched our video, my video on
his video,
the Most Disturbing channel on YouTube,
go check it out.
Check that one out because that'll pair perfectly with that podcast because I had him on.
Yeah, and that was a good podcast. I like that podcast. You definitely, when that podcast gets released, you guys should definitely check it out.
How come the videos against the cute cat AI don't get any attention? I don't know. My video got quite a bit of attention.
Yours did.
Right now, it's at 300,000 or 325,000, I think.
Yeah, it blew up.
So that's pretty decent attention. I mean, it's not as much as the actual channel of Cute Cat AI. One of their videos has 1.2 million.
Oh.
But I would say it's because I'm a smaller channel. So, like, for me, that's technically a viral video.
No, I think that's, yeah. I mean,
for a lot of people, that's not really. If you're already a big established YouTuber, that wouldn't be. But for me, that's definitely a viral video,
yeah, it's viral for sure.
and it helped my channel grow a ton. Like I've gotten 5.3 thousand
Just from that
subs
video.
just from that video.
Yeah.
So, I feel like it got some traction. I think if I made another video similar to that one, it'd probably get similar traction, if not more.
Yeah, but do you want to do videos?
But I
over
don't.
That all
I
the time?
don't.
You want to be a variety. You want to cover not just AI cat videos. You want to cover a lot of weird internet things and stuff.
Yeah, internet things, creepy stories, conspiracies.
So yeah, so what will your channel actually be? Just for those here that may not know exactly what your channel is.
As it states in the description, my channel is horror.
Yeah, but just
on topics that are weird and interesting.
Gotcha.
So like weird internet conspiracy, creepypasta, but it's always going to be in a horror vibe. Like, I don't know if they noticed, but like my videos are like void of music, you know? So it's like, yeah, you know.
Who is Benjamin Bennett?
I have no idea who that is, Alec, honestly. And I
Breaks
know a
in,
lot of
starts
people on
crying.
YouTube and a lot of lore about YouTube, but
Here's
yeah.
that he's forced to make those videos.
Maybe I'll look into that. That sounds like there was this video. This lady would do mukbangs. I can't remember her name.
Well, there was one video I brought up to you, and you said it was art project. It was the one where it was that guy that was crying when he was eating.
Oh, that's Blank Room Soup. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's super popular. One of the most popular like analog horrors. He says this is my Bennett. Oh, you're talking about the live streamer? Oh, and he breaks in. Oh yeah, okay. So Bennett, the guy he's talking about, he's been live streaming. I think he does it once a week, maybe, but he'll live stream for 8 hours just smiling at the camera. And there was one time somebody broke into his apartment and he didn't break character. The guy broke into his apartment right there, and he's just sitting there, just smiling.
Was it planned? Was it a planned break-in?
Fuck if I know. But he definitely did not stop smiling. And then there was one time where in the middle of the video, for no apparent reason, he just broke down crying. And then after he was done crying, he just went right back to smiling. It's the weirdest stuff. I remember now.
I'm gonna have to get down there.
That guy is wild, bro.
He would stare at the camera for 8 hours just smiling.
What was the first messed up channel you ever watched? Bro, I don't know. I've been on the internet for far too long, so that's why I go back and forth a lot on the video that I made on Cute Cat AI, because I've been on the internet for so long that I've watched so much messed up stuff. Like when I was like 13, I was watching like beheading videos on Live Leak, you know?
That was, yeah.
And that's why I was so conflicted making that, because it's like, well, I've been through that, but it's like that thing when you become a parent and you're like, this happened to me as a child, and you have two roads to go. You're like, how did that impact me? Should I do that to my child, or should I not?
Like, try to protect your child from seeing that.
Yeah, and so it's like, and I'm just saying in general, like, it's like, if I didn't finish eating my plate, this is a real story. If I'm at the dinner table and I didn't finish eating my food, I would either leave and go to my room and not have dinner the rest of the night, wouldn't be able to eat any more food, or I could finish my food, and then I would not be in trouble, and I could eat food later if I wanted to. That impacted me by now I have an eating problem.
Now you
right?
have an eating problem?
So, like, it's like, do I want to do that to my child or do I not? So I was conflicted when I was making that video, because I was like, I know I saw stuff as bad as this. Maybe not as bad, but maybe, I mean, beheading videos are pretty bad.
Yeah, I would say they're pretty bad, yeah.
And so, and I look at how it impacted me, and I think about, hey, how is that going to impact another child? So that's the mentality I put myself in going into that video. LOL Superman, I have no idea what that video is. I would have to look into that, because I've not heard of that, unless you can describe it. Maybe I've seen it and just don't know the title, but full stop. Yeah, I have. And actually, somebody sent me an email trying to tell me to cover that video or that channel.
Full stop punctuation?
Yeah, it's like a channel on YouTube. But I had an email. Somebody wanted me to cover it. I looked at it. Here's the thing: is I have my email open for people to send requests and stuff. And I've used some of them, but a lot of times I go in there, I look at it, I'm like, that seems interesting enough, but it's not its own video. So then I'm like, I'm gonna have to wait around for like a bunch of things like this to make a video on it, you know?
What was it? Do you remember what it was about? Like the channel? You know what it was?
Not 100%. Let's look at it. Yeah.
I'm a little curious about that too. Like I said, I'm a sucker for mysteries and stuff. I like.
Well, most of the stuff, it's, right. Yeah. So a lot of this stuff is just like internet lore and stuff. This is like the TryGF. TryGF.
Oh.
If you type in TryGF, you get all these messed up videos. The thing about it is like that's actually somebody talking about it. But thing about it is it's just like it's your classic horror video that have been on YouTube for like ever. There's nothing like crazy about it or anything, but Mr. Hands. Come on, man. Come on. Mr. Hands video, is it real? It's real. What do you want to know about it? What do you mean? What do you mean? Is it real? Yeah, it's a real person. You're talking about? Oh, are you talking about Mr. Hands like the? No, I thought about the wrong one. Are you talking about Mr. Hands like the gloves guy?
I'm trying to think of. I guess I don't know a lot about YouTube like you guys do.
When he said Mr. Hands, I immediately thought about the hand thing. You know the hand thing? This is the hand thing.
Oh yeah.
But no, I think he's talking about like the glove, Mr. Hands. Let's type it. No, I can't find it. I'm pretty sure that's like a gore video online.
It's the horse. It's the
horse's name. This guy.
Oh,
who knows, bro? Stuff on YouTube is all questionable because anybody can make it.
I think a lot of these creepy things on YouTube are just art projects. People have their own artistic.
Like 9 times out of 10 on YouTube, it turns out just being art projects. If it's on another website,
chances are it's legit.
It could be debatable, but
yeah.
It's like the video I talked about, the website video I talked about. Look, it's breaking. The website video I was talking about. This is not a cult, and it's like, is that website? What's the purpose behind that website? Because it's like creepy face. Some people speculate it was actually a dead person.
Ooh.
Who knows?
Who knows?
And then it just plays creepy audio, and like that website serves no other purpose. So it's like, is that real? like what's the meaning behind that? That's why I like going to other websites, because it's like YouTube, you can almost guarantee it's going to be an art project, or I guess you might run into child abuse. But
yeah, because for the most part, it's all heavily regulated, this and that. So
yeah.
you would think
you would
think you would be pretty safe on it. 9 times out of 10. But if you go to other websites like I can't think of what they are, but I used to know how to get to like the dark web, and you download the other web browser.
Oh, Tor, yeah.
Yeah, Tor, and like all that stuff on there is more likely, legit.
A lot of that stuff's still fake.
Just fake?
Like drug websites. I mean, you can buy drugs on our, I guess. You can maybe buy guns on there, but like the Red Room, for instance, that's definitely a creepypasta.
Oh,
the Red Room where like people could go in and pay for
money
for
something to happen to them.
Yeah, that's definitely just a creepypasta.
Yeah, I have seen that. But what if it's not, Taylor?
What if it's not? And that's what we're here to talk about. What if it's like literally only out of the 2.6 thousand comments that I got on that video? What if it's just the 2 people who speculated that the kids are actually fine and it's all staged?
What if?
They're the only ones that thought that, but what if? Hey, Alec, if you got a bunch of channels, just send them all to my email. I have it listed in the description. Just send them all there. And I'll look into
it looks like he's giving us some suggestions here, which is fine. We'll take it. We'll take it whatever we got.
Of him drinking water, that's not that creepy, and probably just somebody... like Mr. Beast, how he started out, was cutting a plastic table in half with a plastic knife.
Because it was really? That's how
Some people just got a lot of time. And who knows? That time might turn into 340 million subscribers. I think... Yeah. I like to believe when I click on a channel it's going to be an art project, but then it ends up being something way fucking worse.
or it's just a spoof, like, hey, I'm just being an idiot.
That's like the Hello Kids show. They've gotten a lot of traction
Hello Kids
since
show.
I talked about them, which is good because their
Yeah.
videos are very well done for what I assume is a analog horror project. But
Yeah.
has AI ruined horror channels? That is what I speculated in that video. Not even specifically AI really. Like yeah, that like Goosebumps, like that channel I talk about, they have done a number to degrade what is the brilliant thing that is horror content on YouTube.
Yeah.
But it's not just them either. It's like I said, like ARGs or like somebody who starts a horror channel. I'm not trying to throw any shade either. So like I don't want anybody to take it this way, but like there are so many horror channels like mine that start and then they just cover the exact same topics they've seen everybody cover. It's like Nick Crawley did a video on all these TV occurrences. I'm going to do all those same things. It's like we don't need to. You can do whatever you want. It's YouTube. But we need to try to find stuff that hasn't been talked about, which is damn near impossible.
It's like Hollywood. All the movies we're making are all just remakes. You know, Hollywood can't make any new movies because all the ideas are already done.
I mean, the audience is there. If you see like a Nick Crawley or an Expo video that only has 1 million views, they have videos that have 10 million views. So there's enough of an audience. You could make the same video as them and capture a different crowd.
Yeah, you could.
I don't know. I try not to, but Luxury Dark, is that what it's called? Luxury Dark? I have not. Terrible fake horror content. That sounds like I can make a video essay on it. That sounds like it could be fun. That's definitely what I want to know more of because like that was probably my most fun I've had making a video was that one.
Oh,
reading the chat, getting distracted.
Yeah, I'm reading the chat. Sorry. But yeah, no. I remember I was reading that video about talking about or that guy. He said horror videos, the 3 a.m. videos. You know, little cousin. You know, all that stuff. I remember when I was in middle school. My buddy, he learned this YouTube video from his older brother, and it was on YouTube, and it was a independent film festival, like Sundance thing, whatever. But it was called, I'm sure you've heard of it, Rubber Johnny.
Nope.
Okay, well, it's called Rubber Johnny, and it's like an independent film thing, and it's like, I don't know, 10 minutes maybe. It's pretty creepy. But
maybe I'll take a
but it's not like a mystery. It clearly states at the end it's a film. It's like but it's really I remember watching that. I was like, man, I don't know, 12 maybe 11, 12, and I was like they allow this stuff on YouTube? I'm like, what is this? Yeah, it was pretty creepy. It was like this dude. He had he was in a wheelchair, but he was like heavily. It was in like a dark room. And the way the camera lighting was lit up, all you saw was like his eyes, and they were like lighting, kind of glow in the dark, kind of. And this guy was trying to interview him and talk to him, and like it's just he was in a wheelchair, and like his eyes are deformed, and his head was all weird, and his name was Johnny, and they called him Rubber Johnny. Yeah, it was weird. But yeah, I was just talking about that, like the comments, like late at night, 2 a.m. is when you can find some really weird videos.
Best time to find the weird stuff. Do you ever, this is so off topic from what we were just talking about, but like because I noticed you were reading the chat.
Yeah.
The reason it seems like streamers are so good at streaming, because they are, but like they read their chats that they're gonna read out loud usually. So they'll skim it in their head first. They can already tell if it's gonna be a negative or positive, if it's gonna have bad words, and then they just
we're learning.
Read it out loud.
We're learning how to do it. But just that guy just said Griffin. I hope I'm saying his name right. It was directed by Chris Cunningham. Film. It's directed by Apex Twin and whoever music videos. It's not like an actual mystery lore thing. It's an actual film, but it's really good. I remember watching it. It was creepy.
There are a lot of I feel like analog horror is bleeding into mainstream horror a little more, which is nice. Because like you get your mainstream slasher films and you get your mainstream jump scare films. I feel like more people are going towards, like, ever since A Quiet Place got released, I feel like more high budget movies are willing to take that risk.
Yeah.
So, because like, well, a lot of people watched what happened with Skinamarink and then they got worried about releasing movies like that. But did you go see that in theaters or no?
What was it called?
Skinamarink.
No, I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
It's like one of the first liminal analog horrors I've ever seen in a theater.
Didn't that do very good or what?
Well, it sold, I think, as well as they probably thought it would. But like,
Just the target audience wasn't there. Is that what
people went to it who are like horror fans, are like, cool, horror movie, and then they didn't realize that it was going to be the vibe it was. So then a lot of people were like,
Gotcha. So the target audience wasn't quite what they were hoping for.
too much horror. Yeah, Local 58 is one of the classics on YouTube, so definitely a lot of people get inspired from that. I feel like a lot of people also take from the back rooms, you know, Kane Pixels, kind of like, I mean, that was straight up one of the first analog horrors ever.
Backrooms?
Because it used a liminal space that people already liked. It wasn't horror, though. It was just liminal. It was like, here's this liminal vibe. And then Kane Pixels was like, what if we made it horror?
I am intrigued by the backrooms. I do like that stuff. I like the horror aspect of it, where sometimes there'd be like creatures in there and stuff and whatever, like the back rooms and stuff. I do like the back rooms.
Back rooms is fun. If you like the back rooms, have you watched The Oldest View yet?
Mm-hmm.
The Oldest View is really sick. It's another one by Kane Pixels, but it takes place in an abandoned mall. Yeah. Hey, Santiago, what is the name of that? Because I don't know the description. That doesn't ring a bell, but yeah. Anyways, there was this other video of this guy who was on what's the drug? Dentura? Is that what it is? Like a psychedelic drug that's really dangerous. I don't know anything about that drug, so I'm not gonna try to talk on it like I do. But this guy apparently got stuck in a trip for like months or something like that.
For months?
That's what he said in his videos. People are trying to figure out if it's fake or Datura. Yeah.
Datura. Okay, I see it. Thanks.
And they're like, is it fake video? Is he actually just like going through a mental break? Like, yeah. But yeah. What's your favorite ghost movie? Not ghost movie, horror movie. I always said ghost.
You know, I would say I really enjoyed this one because I seen it in theaters and it got a lot of hype over it, and I thought it was really well done. I like Sinister, the first one.
Sinister, yeah, Sinister is great.
I thought they did a really good job on that movie, and did it scare me? I'm not saying like I was scared. Like I've never been scared of a movie because I know it's not real. You know what I'm saying? Like I try to get like into the movie, but I would say based on like how the movie was made, how it was produced, the acting, everything, I would say Sinister was a very solid horror movie. I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good
Sinister was really good. It gives you good vibes. Cypher VR, we already talked about that. It's the same as typing in TryGF. It's like always there's like 3 or 4 different like weird things you can type. You can type in strange things on the YouTube search bar and for some reason get really weird videos. But yeah. Yeah, Saw. Somebody asked if we like Saw. I like Saw. I don't consider Saw a horror movie, weirdly enough.
I think, and here's my 2 cents on Saw. I think it was great for like the first like
it fell off halfway
through. Two or 3 movies, and then it's like Fast and Furious. There's too many of them.
There's too many, yeah.
They beat the dead horse with that one.
The story also got convoluted.
Yeah, it did.
Like really
did.
Convoluted.
But it was good for what it was worth. I like the Saw movies. It was good. Hello, Doomdog, Lazy.
But yeah, I think
nice to see you here.
Movies like Sinister and Insidious.
Insidious is a good one.
The Woman in Black. Have you seen that movie?
I haven't seen that one.
There's certain movies where they try to incorporate mainstream horror elements, like the jump scares and like creepy music and stuff, but they also use like that. There's a video I watched on YouTube, which I think everybody should go watch if they like horror, but it's a guy talking about quiet horror.
Quiet horror.
He's like, I want more movies to be quiet horror.
Like Quiet Place?
No, but not like Quiet Place does a great job.
Yeah.
But what he means is like horror movies are so in your face. They have a moment of suspense and then boom, something's in your face to scare you.
Yeah.
Quiet horror is more like low key, makes you feel unsettled. Makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable.
Like you're on the edge of the seat, but you're not because you're comfortable, but you know something's going to happen.
But then you know something's going to happen.
But you don't know when.
And then nothing happens.
And then it kind of lets you down, but then you're still on. Yeah, no.
Because it just leaves you on edge perpetually. And it's like, yeah, that's the best.
That's really, I think I'd like those. I mean, I'd be on high anxiety for the movie, but
Yeah.
I mean that's what it's supposed. That's what they're going for. So
Yeah. The movie Us was a good movie. I liked it. Again, I don't really consider that a horror film. I call that. I mean, it's like a psychological thriller.
yeah,
Was really well made though.
I don't know if I've seen Us. What's that one about?
Us is like the black guy is dating the white girl. He's gonna marry her, and then she brings him back home.
I
and
thought
her
that was
family
called
is, like,
Get
crazy.
Out.
Oh, that's Get Out. Okay, Us is like the sequel, not the sequel, but the second movie by Jordan Peele. Right?
Okay,
Am I
is
right
that-
or am I wrong?
okay,
Chat?
okay. Hold on, Alec. Is Us the one? Okay, is that the one where
Maybe I'm wrong.
there's a couple scenes like they're on the beach and like there's a family that looks just like them. It's like they're doppelgangers. Is that Us?
That is Us, and then they go into like a weird, different dimension. It's still directed by Jordan Peele, though.
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have seen Us. That's the one where they meet like their own like doppelganger. They look just like them, like they're twin basically,
Mhm.
and then they like haunt them or scare them or try to kill them or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I have seen Us.
Oh, they're like outside the house. I don't know. It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I have seen it, but I remember that one. Yeah. Yeah, the story follows Wilson and then her family who are attacked by a group of
Yeah.
I remember that now. I remember bits and pieces of it. That was a pretty good movie.
The bro copy pasted the whole synopsis.
Well, I like Jordan and Peele's movies and stuff. They do a really good job.
Surprisingly great for a guy who's traditionally in comedy.
Yeah, no, yeah, for
So-
sure. Yeah, he has some pretty good movies.
Also, somebody said Mama was a good film, and I have to say, was solid.
Mama, I don't know if I've seen that one.
Was solid.
I'm not good with titles. Like, there's so many different horror movies out there. Sometimes they get like just stuck in my head as one big thing.
But yeah, I never said my favorite horror movie. My favorite horror movie,
Yeah.
since it released, now that we're live, and I'm trying to talk into a microphone, I can't
Can't
remember
think
it.
of it. What?
But it has Art the Clown,
Oh, Terrifier.
Terrifier. Yes, thank
That's
you.
not really horror. That's more just like gory, isn't it? That's just like
I think it's horror.
horror.
I don't want to give it away, but I'm going to be including a clip from that in one of my upcoming
I've
videos.
never
but
seen any of the Terrifier movies, but I just always thought they were more just
There's a clip. I'm going to mute it so the audio
Gore.
doesn't play. There's a clip in the movie where he's dancing. Okay. Is it going to play it? I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it that easy. But anyways, there's a clip in the movie where he had just basically skinned, I think it's an old lady or it's just a person.
okay.
And he's wearing, I think it's the old lady though. I think it's an old lady. And he's wearing her skin. And then he gets on a tricycle. The lady's hiding in a locker. He rides over on the tricycle. And then he gets off and he starts dancing like all majestically. It is one of the creepiest scenes I've ever seen in a movie. So for a movie that you think is just a slasher, it's definitely like
Yeah, I would. Cause I thought that'd be like a slasher movie. I didn't know it'd be like a horror movie.
yeah.
Opinion on the 3 a.m. videos. Didn't he say that was like a channel called 3 a.m.?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard of it.
I haven't heard. You're getting a lot of good like tips and stuff for some content possibly from these viewers.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's so hard to make content out of just anything.
Yeah,
It's
there,
like-
there has to be like there has to be like in depth. You have to have something there.
Like if I open up my ideas folder, which I won't show anybody else, but like I have
a lot.
like so much stuff typed in there, and it's like I have to find a narrative for that in a video. I can't just like be like, all right, let's slap
Just
this
throw
on
it.
there.
Just throw it up there.
Otherwise, if I was gonna do that, I would just turn into Sniper Wolf, and start stealing people's content. So it's really not that easy. And I know I was in the middle of making a video when I released the cute cat stuff, so I still have to go back to that one.
Yeah.
Because when I saw that, I was like, I'm gonna go now. I made that video. I was like, boom. Between finding out about it at work while I was at work, and then jumping to my computer when I got home, I was just like grinding to make that video, get it out.
I'm gonna have to try to see if I can find some videos too. But it seems like you know a lot more. You're more cultured in the YouTube world.
I'm just chronically online, and also I just watch mostly YouTube. I don't watch much TV. I watch mostly YouTube.
So 3 a.m. vids used to be the ones targeted to kids or viewers that lack much critical analysis. So like brain rot videos.
No. I think
What is that?
I'll just type it in quick so we can see it. And then if it's somebody commentating on it, then we can't.
I just want to see.
Yeah. Okay, so like.
Oh.
Wait, so then I'm Sonic.exe. Love it. That's showing like the there's like a Sonic analog horror where he kind of looks like that, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So that's what these are.
Ghost videos.
So basically it's like what not to watch at 3
The J Station? You're talking about like I bought this gay potion off the internet. J Station used to do them, right? Like the J Station's crazy, bro. What happens when you call? Yeah. Okay, yeah. J Station was like very popular for doing stupid skits like that. And they were always very fake.
Yeah,
like very fake. Yeah. It was quite interesting how fake those videos were. And then eventually, I think he just broke up with his girlfriend. I think was the lore. And so like then he just made a girlfriend being like, my girlfriend died. And it was like. They just broke up though, and then his girlfriend made a video like, "I'm still alive.
I'm not dead."
Yeah.
That's the good old YouTube days.
That's back when like commentary was at its highest. Like some channels just couldn't make it because commentary channels would just take them out. Like as soon as they try to do anything.
He's saying he started crying on camera too for that video.
Yeah. He
tried to make it real, I guess.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. That was and it was always like some crazy shit like he bought like a doll and some gay potion and then Sonic.exe off the black web.
Oh,
Yeah.
So he kind of converged all that and then make okay, I see.
Yeah. All right, so anybody have any questions about the situation with the cute cat AI or my last video? I will answer them quick before we end this thing. If anybody has any questions, if not, then we will end this this one.
Yeah, and again, stay tuned. We have, like we talked about earlier, we have a podcast coming up that he's going to release called, we cover the YouTube channel, The Crooked King. So,
yep, and the Crooked King himself
we
interview him on that podcast.
Yes, we interviewed him. We interviewed the creator of that channel. So, go watch the video first if you haven't, and then watch the podcast so it all kind of makes sense. And
he is who he is in the videos. So
he is like I said, an interesting character. So make sure to check that out. Give it a like, and
and also I want to say I think that our podcast will always be streamed live, then put up as a podcast afterwards. Or if we already pre-recorded one like we have, then I'm gonna put it up as a premiere. So that will come up as a live anyways. So
yeah.
And yeah, I am so glad that I did expose those channels. I'm glad that as little of an impact as it was, at least something's been done. The small amount has been done. I think more needs to be done, but mostly all we can do is just keep going and recording.
Listen, all it takes is one spark to cause a forest fire. Look at California.
Perfect. Oh, God.
But
I was gonna make a joke, but this is not a comedy.
No, I'm saying perfect as in all it takes is that one spark
to
cause, and all it takes is, even though you may be a small, YouTuber, all it takes is that one spark.
That's true.
Then, see what goes from there.
That's
YouTube. I am not saying anything good about the forest fires.
No.
I am just saying an analogy here.
Also, I was just gonna make a joke, but then I remembered we're not on our other podcast. Our old podcast used to be a joke. That's a little bit of a. If you guys are a big enough fan of me, that's a little hidden gem. If you guys can go find that podcast, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but
yeah, go do your research.
It's a little hidden gem though for you guys. It's really hard to find it now.
And we did it for 2 years.
Yeah, we had like 75 episodes.
Yeah, so there's a little Easter egg hunt for you guys.
Yeah,
see if you can find his old podcast. That's a little hidden gem.
Don't forget to go to bittersnake.com, become a member. You can see the uncensored video of that. My latest release, and also you can buy merch while you're there. And if you go to my email, which is in the description, you can send me all the channels you guys have been spamming in the chat. You can just send them to my email, and I'll take a peek at them my other times. And
anyone in here that sent recommendations, just send it in the email.
Got any hats? I do have a hat. Hold on, hand me that if I can get it to pop up on screen. We have this, and we have a baseball cap. So let me see if this will pop up or not. Yeah, we have this hat, the beanie. You can get it in multiple colors, and we also have baseball hats. So, which just has the same logo, but it's a baseball cap, and you can get it in, I think, 2 different colors for the baseball cap.
Oh, that's cool.
Also, water bottles, sweatshirts. I really love the clothing.
Yeah.
I bought a bunch of it for myself to test it out before I put it out for anybody else.
Good quality.
And I love it, yeah.
Yeah.
If you get the black mug, do not put it in the dishwasher.
Okay.
I didn't read that it was not dishwasher safe, and I ruined mine.
Did it take all the graphic off of it?
It's starting to fade away.
Oh,
But the white one, for some reason, is dishwasher safe. I have no idea
gotcha.
what the difference is between black and white. But
Because the black is more heat because it's black.
I guess.
I
But,
don't
yeah.
know.
Anyways, thanks everybody for tuning in. This is the first episode of hopefully a podcast that continues on this channel.
And hopefully, if we get more traction, we'll get better, and we won't be as amateurs as we were on this one.
We're good at podcasting because we've done it for so long.
Because we can edit it.
We
Live is
have
different.
never done them live
No,
before.
no,
I
we
think we
haven't.
ever did one live. So
Yeah, it's easier when you do a podcast, you record it, and then you edit it for a few days, and then upload it.
we know how to talk though.
We can talk. Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Yep. Bye.
See ya.